The truth shall set you free. This week, the truth will set you free. Not only will the truth set you free, honesty in how you speak will set you free. And the reason why I bring it up is I just want to give a special shout out to Ken Bogard and Grace Gavin for the book No Honesty. Such a wonderful book. I just started reading it this past week. So aligns with the Selling from the Heart message. The subtitle of their book is Eliminate the Divide, Become a Masterful Communicator, and Connect with Anyone. I highly encourage you to grab the book as it's getting ready to drop here in a couple weeks. As I started to think about not only their book and in how honesty will set you free in your speak and so will truth, is I want us to think about this. How are you connecting and how are you communicating with your clients and, for that matter, your future clients? There's a massive difference, and I know in you all following me here at Selling from the Heart, I speak to this. There's a massive difference between sales professionals and sales reps. One can be said it's in how they speak. And in chapter 1 of Ken and Grace's book, No Honesty, they talk about why communication fails. And we're going to apply this to the sales profession as, to quote, Ken and Grace go on to say this: our tainted communication is stopping us from experiencing real relationships and inhibiting us from getting what we want. Now, as we apply that quote, I want us to think about how you're engaging with your clients and your future clients. And now reflect on, how are you communicating with them? How are you connecting with them? What words are you using? Are those words pulling them in or pushing them away? Is it warm and inviting? Or does your communication have the odor of sales centricity just sprayed all over it like a spray paint can? Let's think together. The words you're using and the messaging you're using, as they go on to say this. Follow along with me on this quote and then we'll wrap it up. By the way, short message this week. I appreciate all of you for following these weekly messages. Hopefully you grab little nuggets throughout the message that you can apply out into the week. Ken and Grace go on to say this: we rarely communicate as purely as we can. We're often unclear about how we truly feel or what we really want. We taint our communication, deepening the chasm between us and reducing the understanding we could have of one another. We've positioned ourselves in a false sense of reality. How do y'all feel about that one? I do know this: honesty, truthfulness, authenticity. This is the secret sauce in how well y'all communicate and how well y'all engage. I believe this is a secret sauce. Do you believe it's the secret sauce? In a world full of empty suits, what's going to get you to the forefront is building trust, being viewed as being a credible sales professional, carrying yourself with confidence, believability, high self-worth. Pay attention to the words you're using, the messaging you're using. Again, am I inviting those people into a conversation, or I'm pushing those people away from the conversation? Open, honest communication will set you free. Watch what happens to your conversations. Watch what happens to your connectability. Watch what happens to your sales results. There's a massive difference between a sales professional and the way they communicate and a sales rep in the way they communicate. Don't be caught as an empty suit, because I do know this: Your clients and your future clients, they'd rather connect with and do business with a sales professional who is trustworthy and sells from the heart, as opposed to a sales rep who might lack credibility and who is an empty suit. You have an amazing week.